Hello there, welcome back to EU4 where I'm playing as Persia. It is currently 1603. I'm not at war with anyone. I've got a lot of truces, as I've done a few wars lately. But I'm really kind of waiting for my truce with the Timurids to end. Our heir Peter Budak is a charismatic negotiator. That's good. Yeah, I'm waiting for my... I want to do another war against the Timurids. I know I've got a lot of aggressive expansion already. However, I do have Persian missions to fulfill, which requires taking a lot of their land. So I've got about 3 years until that truce ends. Hormuz entered alliance with the Timurids. Well, that probably wasn't the best idea, Hormuz. You might find you signed your own death warrant a little bit by doing that. What else is happening at the moment? Rebellions aren't really an issue. My army force limit's reasonably high. I was thinking of building a couple of extra cavalry units just to get some more use out of those. Getting some more military ideas. Oh, I'm Miltech 16. What are the Timurids at? They're only at 13, so I've still got that massive fighter scholar. I thought I already did that. Yeah, but I've got a big military advantage of the Timurids. It always makes wars easier, so maybe I will do this one. Quantity ideas, the old and infirm. No, I did this one. Enforced service. The principle of volunteering underpins a whole army structure. Sometimes there aren't enough volunteers. We should force people to volunteer. Lowers regiment cost by 10%. I'll get the next one well if I wanted to. I might as well. The old and the infirm. The veteran sergeants are some of the most despicable and corrupt men imaginable, but these men are still useful. Rather than leave them to be beggars on our streets, men like this should be used where their service ends. Let's make them into drill sergeants and quartermasters, so the unique skills can be put into use. Lowers my land maintenance modifier. So that'll save me a few ducats every month. Well, maybe not every month, but save me some money. Over time, it'll save money. My spy in the Timurids has been caught out. Not that I really need it, because I've already got all the claims that I need. Maybe I'll do a bit of relation bit with my allies. I think it's always going to be good to keep that nice and high. Yeah. Qara Qoyunlu. Okay. I've got the Mamluks as well. Can I get more claims on the Mamluks? What do I claim on Dawasiya? I want to try and cut the Ottomans off a little bit. Although none of these provinces I don't think are any good to me. Heir falls ill. Oh, Al-Waj, I might as well take a on that. Why not? The heir, Pir Budak, breathes heavily. He's been lying in bed for 3 days now, and reflected in the beads of sweat on his forehead is the fear in his attendants' eyes for Pir Budak's life. Pir Budak might not make it through the night unless something is done. How old is my current sultan? He's only 41. You know, I've got money to spare. Let's send for a trained medicus. See if the heir will survive. Not sure when she decides if he does or not. Did he survive? I'm guessing he did. Now, the big question is going to be, if I attack the Timurids, which of my allies will join in? The Mamluks. Do I have a truce with them? No, I don't, but I can't really afford to do any war in the Mamluks because of aggressive expansion. So I might as well bring back that spy for now. And get a new tech, or Diplo tech. That's going to put me into corruption level, which I don't really want to do. And I just called up Mecca. Sure, gives me some good income now there. Now Mecca. I've already given it to the Ulema, that's good. What's this place? Be a good place for the merchant guilds, perhaps. I do need to build up their influence, so I can access some of their more special abilities. Maybe give them this province as well. So I need a tiny bit more. I have this province too. Okay, so that should mean I can grant admiralship, which will give me increased influence. Okay. Ymir's is lowered a little bit, so let's call a diet. Lose 5 prestige, but I gain everything else, so let's do that one, gets that bonus back. Assign a leader, my new admiral can go to that fleet, that should help. Okay. Now we'll cultures that need to be for Hijazi? No, it's only 6%, not a real rush for that. And the Timurids are having issues internally, which could bode well. If I were to attack them, none of my allies would join in. Russia has a truce as well, and they're in debt. Okay, Ottomans probably have distant war. Chagatai, why won't they help? Attitude towards enemies is hurting me. I wonder if I can... Can I really do much yet? Not really. Can't really sabotage relationships yet, which is unfortunate. Could support rebels. I've not really tried those support rebels things. Can't force them to break alliances. Can I force them to break alliances? Nope. So, I think Wu tells us of the growth of the perfume industry. A growing merchant class as well as increasingly demanding social code among the nobility and upper classes has led to an increased demand for perfume. The halls of grand palaces are now expected to have a likable scent as well as a majestic decor. This has led to a surging demand for products such as frankincense, myrrh, and other scented products for the making of perfume, and in Shaoxin, the refinement of local flowers and foreign scented goods has even grown into a major industry in itself. That's good for that province. Timurids are, yeah, they've got issues. I just can't... They've got 3 allies to bring in, bloody Hormuz, yeah. Bashakira and Nogai not really an issue. Hormuz might be. So I reckon if I did do this war, it'd be a case of trying to knock Hormuz out of the way. And why the Ottomans are at war with Mara, Mamluks, and Ajuran? Okay. When does your truce with the Timurids end? Same time as mine, so it's pretty soon. Shoots right now. Let's get my armies into place, shall we? I'm not going to declare war until at least Russia get on board. The debt's hurting a bit. Chagatai, why won't they help out? Attitude towards enemies. So the fact that Chagatai's friends are the Timurids is not helping my cause. What is Hormus's army like? Not much. And their tech's pretty low, so one army should be ample for that. And really, it's all in a straight line. So I'm pretty big one army up here. Last time, I'm going to assume that like last time, as soon as I start the war, Timur's going to grow a massive army. Administrative problems, that's no good. It is becoming increasingly difficult to administer our armies. The men we have in the job are proving inept and far too venal. We search for men who are just corrupt enough to be brought, without being too greedy. Until this is done, our military administration will prove costly. That's no good. I was going to build more cavalry, wasn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We gotta make sure I start this war because the Timurids, not Russia. Hormuz won't join, that's interesting. Russia's still got a little bit of debt. At what stage do I help pay it off? Activate all my forts, get that ready so I don't forget this time. Whoa, Ottomans! I want to take on the entirety of Europe by the looks of it. That's unfortunate. I have to accept. But really? What's in it for me? You know what, I might just pretend I'm not really in this war. I'm sure the Ottomans can handle that by themselves. Okay. Good thing is now Hormuz definitely won't join up in this war. So I can bring them up here. Withdraw these guys because that's not getting very far. It's just wasting money. How far is getting somewhere though? Russia's still in a bit of debt and fighting another war. Who are you also fighting a war with? Lithuania. I might as well wait till that's finished. New Madrasa. Prominent citizens of Tabaristan have made a number of whoa, look at that. Jeez. Made a number of charitable donations for the establishment of a new madrasa in Amol. They've invited scholars not only from the wider Tabaristan area, but also from Baghdad and foreign theologians. Amol gets a nice few little bonuses. That is insane. Talk about Insta army. Jeez. Mind you, the Ottomans are running 2 wars at once now. Who started this war? Ottomans did. I'm confused. As long as Russia are at war, I probably won't start one against the Timurids. I'll wait for them to finish that. Jeez. 220,000 troops they have. That's crazy. Mind you, I don't know why he's sending all the armies down here for. I don't know. It's might have bitten off more they can shoot for the first time. They want to piece out with the Mamluks nice and quick, wouldn't they? Alright, Russia's finished their war with Lithuania. The only thing really to monitor now is their debt, which they had just increased. It's fine, I'm going to watch that every month. I would like to finish off this humanist idea track just so I can get some policies unlocked. I'm not really sure what the Ottoman's plan is at the moment, really. They seem to be just ignoring Europe. I'm not really going to surrender my troops to help their greediness. Plus, I can't do anything against that. That's ridiculous. Coalition war. Does that mean that... okay. So maybe they are the defensive. Maybe Europe finally got annoyed enough with the Ottomans doing what they're doing, which would be quite humorous. Russia's getting the debt under control. They'll be ready for war soon. And hopefully the Timurids waste all their efforts on uprisings. But they look like they're in a bit of trouble up here. I know they're my ally and I shouldn't take real joy out of it, but wow. What is the war goal for this? Show superiority. Interesting. Russia... Oh, wait, they're in massive debt again. Why? What are you doing with your debts that you keep going? Great Britain, tell us of the first circumnavigation. Our fleet set sail to find... This is Britain saying this. Our fleet set sail to find a western sea route to the rich spice islands of Indonesia. It took them 99 days to cross the ocean westward after they had found the Strait of Magellan, located near the tip of South America. The strait was treacherous. When they finally reached the ocean, the captain wept with joy. The ocean was so strangely calm it was named Pacific, from the Latin word for tranquil. There you go. The fleet's captain died from a wound caused by a poisoned arrow when assisting the chief of Cebu in conquering a rival tribe. 2 of our ships had survived. One tried to return across the Pacific but perished. The last ship continued west and sailed across the Indian Ocean, rounded the Cape of Good Hope, and as it arrived at our port, it became the first ship to circumnavigate the globe. 100 prestige for Great Britain. Wow. That's pretty cool. Right, Russia's got some massive debts. Probably too much for me to help with. I'm just going to monitor every month. I'll check how they're going. In the meantime, I was going to build some buildings of my own. Shushtar can use a workshop. Wherever Shushtar. Maybe. It sounds like a newer province. Where is Shushtar? Oh, general died. Cannot find Shushtar. There it is. Shushtar. Get one of those. A workshop. Trade, not really. Barracks is Mecca. Can use a barracks. Surely Mecca is better for something else than manpower. I guess it's got the. Okay. Sada could also use a barracks too. Sada. There it is. Okay. Tbilisi could use a manufactory. And so could Kartli. Okay. That would be enough building, I imagine, for now. How are my forts looking? The main parts are protected. Cool. Russia, how is your debt going? Still big. Oh, well, how's this war going with the Ottomans? Wow. That's insane. Well, while we're waiting for Russia to deal with their debt, I might as well end this episode here. There's not much more really to do. I'm just waiting. I don't know what. Oh, surely the Ottomans got to peace out. Like, it's only a war of superiority, so I'm not going to lose much. It's just power projection. Hopefully, I don't lose it. I probably will. Not that I've got much anymore. Yeah, okay, so I'm waiting for this to resolve, waiting for Russia to pay back their debts. I might help out in the future, we'll see. But until then, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate the support, and as always, hope to see you next time. Take care out there.